Wow, it has really been busy. We've got so many projects going on, and I'm going to fill you in on a few of the projects and show you what we're doing. Right here, we are getting a garden bed situated for us to be able to get some of our regular vegetables, tomatoes and peppers and things like that growing. And then we've got some other areas that we have gotten more plants in, and we're excited that we're starting to see some of our tropicals fruiting as well. Let me show you all of that real quick, and as we get to these other projects, I will be doing more videos and showing you more of those as we go. All right, we've got a couple of our arches in place already. We're using some of the cattle fencing to use as trellis for our viney things, our tomatoes and beans. And we're just putting them in with some of these metal posts. It'll be super easy to get these out later if we need to move the trellises. And they're plenty sturdy for just holding up tomatoes here. So that's our plan. We're going to get a few rows here, and I'll show you what that looks like once we're done. Okay, well, like I mentioned, we have a bunch of projects going on here, and we're finally getting to the point where I can share some of that. We did get some arches in for our vegetable garden. We want to get all our tomatoes in here. We still have soil amendment to do, and then we got to get it all covered with mulch so that it doesn't dry out and the sun doesn't just solarize everything. But that is our next steps. As you can see, we've got several arches, and hope to have lots of tomatoes this year because we need them. All right, we're also preparing our raised beds. They are a huge mess. And so we're having to clean them out and add more dirt to them. They've settled a little bit, and get that all ready for even more tomatoes and peppers. We did recently chop down our moringa, which has started sending out a ton of new growth already. Very exciting. I'm looking forward to being able to harvest a lot more leaves from this. Unfortunately, I did not have enough paper bags when I was getting them ready, and a bunch of them molded because there was just too much in there. But I learned from that, so we will definitely be putting less moringa leaves in the brown paper bags to dehydrate them in the future. But this is growing so fast, we'll be able to harvest more moringa leaves in no time at all. That's one of the things that we have learned with the moringa is you just got to chop it and let it regrow. It grows super, super fast. Our sorrel is doing amazing. We've been harvesting calyxes from this for several days now. I'm letting a couple of them mature completely because I'd like to see, I want to get some seeds to continue growing this and get it spread out a little bit more. I do love this. We loved rhubarb when we were up north, and this tastes very similar to rhubarb. And I plan to make some, once I get enough of it, or sorrel crisp, I guess it'll be, but a mock rhubarb crisp. You can also make jam out of it. You can dry them for tea. They dry very quickly in a dehydrator for tea. We've done that already as well. But it's doing fantastic. We have this in several different locations. We have found that as soon as the flowers close, I like to try to pull the flower part out and let it just grow without the flower part in there anymore, because if it stays in there, it kind of starts to rot and then gets kind of gooey and gross. And then you got to wash the stuff when you can still use it, but you got to wash it first. So if I can get those flowers out of there, it just makes the process of harvesting and processing them quicker and easier. So that's a little helpful hint for you. The chickens love the flower part, so I can pull those flower parts out, and I'm going to start saving them, and I'll just feed them to the chickens because they go crazy for them. Wow, our passion vine is going absolutely crazy. I wasn't sure if this particular one was a fruiting variety. As you can see, we've got some fruit on it. It's been flowering, and we have it in two locations here. We've got this one over here, and then we've got another one that's over by our pergolas, and it's growing up the side of that. And let me show you that real quick. Over here, we've got it growing up our pergola, and it's also growing all into this pigeon pea, which is crazy. The pigeon pea I'm a little worried about. It's got one of the branches already broke off of it, and we had to take that off, and it's starting to see another crack. So this large pigeon pea is probably going to have to come down this year, and we will just let the other ones grow up. But it's making a great trellis right now for our passion vine, so that's exciting.